Start the podcast.
Wow.
You recording, Gordon?
Recording, Gordon.
All right, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Freedom 35ers, Cardano NFT podcast, episode 39, technically episode 40. For all the OGs out there, my name is Tommy.
Hat.
I go by TLWMY.
There's TJ. I go by Lazy T.
Holy hat.
And the other Tom, I go by Lavish Bear.
A lot of episodes, dude. 40 episodes. Come on now.
Oh, man.
That's a lot.
Tonight. Hold on. What is Tom tonight? Oh, he's Tomas.
After that ape society that got snagged from us. I was watching him, and someone actually, like, right after we got, I wasn't that long after they snagged him before I could get some things sold to buy him up. That was one of the ape societies, Tommy, TJ, because I was looking at him, and he was like third from floor, and Tommy has a Thomas, but there was a Tomas.
I'm laughing at the accent Tommy gave, like a Narcos accent.
Thomas.
Because it's like the Spanish spelling, the first one.
Yeah, it's just Thomas, but it's Tomas. And you got TJ over here, when Mallard Mint. Seriously. He's added on to the question that we've been asking for the last couple of weeks, and
Seriously.
And I'm to my why. It doesn't make any sense, but it looks fun.
Yeah,
it's close.
Sounds.
We're starting close to Freedom After Dark tonight, guys. Welcome back to another week, another podcast. Some more stuff to talk about inside the CNFT space. We were looking at our topic list tonight, and we were like, "What are we talking about?" We're on repeat on some stuff. But there's not.
There's slow. It's been a little bit slow.
If anyone is wondering, we definitely are talking about Yummi. If you worry that we weren't, it's going to be a topic for tonight. Just a little sneak peek, little teaser. Yummi is happening.
They're tuned in, guys. All right. Are they talking about Yummi? Nope. All right. I'm out.
No, they either tuned in or they exited already.
They're already out of the chat. All right, guys. So anybody,
if you're still here, make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you.
TJ plugging in already. We got another episode this week that we are getting into, and mainly going to be some updates and some drops, actually, because we're getting towards the back end of the month, and this back end of the month is starting to get really expensive looking for some of these mints that are wrapping up in the end of July. So we'll definitely get into some of that stuff tonight. And
that always happens to us. Every time there's mints happening, there's like 4 of them at once
in 1 week. You mean?
Yeah, in 1 week.
We start to get a little liquidity, and all of a sudden, they're like, "Nope, you're gonna mint this, and this."
Yeah.
It's like, I gotta get all this.
I had a nice little cushion going. Now, like, I'm gonna be gone with all my ADA.
Yeah, well,
you gotta flip them all fast.
That's right, exactly.
You got to be a quick zip and flipper for right now, but it's tough to zip and flip in this market. So unless you got some hype behind them, or you got a little bit of some good foresight for some of these projects that are launching. First, actually, one of the things that I was not anticipating spending ADA on, but considering right now, is after getting a chance to talk with Kyle over from Wolves of Rome. We did our F35 live stream on Monday this week, and jumped into a new another project that we heard about from ADA Ninjas, I believe it was. Mm-hmm. That recommended us over to him. And then outside of that, we got a chance to talk to him. I know you guys did a little pre-call, kind of filled me in, and I did my own little research beforehand and got a chance to jump on with him on stream on Monday. And it was really cool to see how far along these guys have gotten in such a short amount of time, I guess, really, if you think about it.
I like that they did the game first. You don't hear that too often, where they have not necessarily their end goal, but they have, what people usually look forward to done first before they have the NFT dropping, which I really admired and appreciated that they did that first.
Yeah, I think it's like you said, he's like, hey, we're realistic for a game. We've got like our developers and everybody right now working on this. And he goes, before we can really put something out that's like tangible to really fully release out, we're like 8-9 months still away. But they do have their alpha that they're currently like testing out with a very basic version with like their holders. So in the meantime, though, they have this Empire is a season 1 drop that's going to be happening on July 28th if you're in the whitelist, July 29th if you're on or in the public sale. And these are 180 ADA, I believe it was
180. Yep.
Yeah. So it's going to be more like a Genesis kind of token where you're going to be able to claim stuff throughout different seasons for your deck and different cosmetics and all kinds of different stuff and cards. And I know the website's really good over there that they dropped. They give you like a whole layout, and you can kind of see even in this frame right there. I don't know if I can go back if you're watching on YouTube, but they have like founders cards over there.
So it's not just the NFT you're getting a couple other items with the NFT for the game.
Yeah.
What it really reminded me of is like, remember when we were gaming more and you actually had to go to like GameStop or whatever, even when they were coming out digital downloads, but you'd get the pre-orders at like GameStop. You get like extra bonuses and stuff because the game is going to have, a free to like play portion to it. You don't necessarily need to hold NFTs to play it. It's not play to earn or anything like that. So this is almost seems more just kind of like that pre-order bonus. You're getting in early. You're going to get some bonuses as it goes along and stuff like that, which I like. I mean, it makes sense as far as gaming goes.
I did say those are really rare, those founders cards that you're going to be able to claim. So maybe down the line, they'll go for a decent amount of ADA, if this thing does become very successful.
Or you can just kick ass in the game. Just have those cards
ready to go. Badass. Yeah.
Put a fire deck. Yeah.
So they're mint over there. Yeah. There's a lot of different things that they're going to be doing with that. If you guys are more curious about what, Wolves of Rome has going on, we did about an hour with them on Monday. So you can go catch that back over on our F35 live number 13. We got a whole hour dedicated to that. Nice little time stamped out. But we shout out to Kyle. Thank you for jumping onto the stream. That was dope. Thank you guys for the sponsor as well. It's always fun to get to do these things live with the community every Monday. So it's definitely one that I'm considering jumping in. That's next week again, something that is it next week? Yeah. What's the 28th? 28th. Yeah. End of the week next week. So other stuff that we have kind of going into next week, which we talked about a little bit, maybe a little bit.
A few
maybe a little bit
about
them. This is obviously a favorite of ours, and we've gotten called out so many times for talking Yummy, but I don't care at all. Keep it coming, dude. Just spread some positivity, dude. That's the big thing for Yummy. Spread a little positivity, dude. Daily, stay hydrated. Just love Yummy.
They keep the updates coming too.
Oh yeah, no, they got
the.
Huh?
What'd you say? What are we gonna do? They keep the updates coming. I mean, we got to talk about them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, they got a lot going on, right?
Yeah. Daily reminder, stay hydrated. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, you're thirsty, dude. You're thirsty for content. We got you, dude. We'll keep you hydrated on this side for Yummy. We do have the Summer Narus dropping next Wednesday, the 27th. This is going to be the OG mint, the final one, the seasonal mint. For the final version, season 4, I guess technically, as you can call it. They've got all the spoopies, the winters, and the springs. Now we're dropping it. It's the hot Naru Summer. Damn, I thought I was clever coming up with that, and I didn't realize they tweeted that. I was gonna put something like that, and I was like, nah, that's kind of stupid. And then boom, here they are, and they already dropped it, and it looks way better than I would have said it. So it's good to see that they got that there and there. And mindset, can we settle the debate over there? Because we were talking about it earlier inside the podcast. Have I been saying Naru, or we have been all saying Naru wrong this entire time? We have heard other people inside the community and some of the devs and them saying it's Naru. That R is pronounced in there. We just kind of go Naru, like a little kangaroo.
I'm just upset if we've been saying it wrong. Why is
enunciate it and pronounce it?
Yeah. I don't know. Somebody needs to solve that.
You're putting a little extra stank on it, like you're trying to say like rendezvous, like you're from France
with the lip too. Naru.
Oh, Naru. Yeah. There's a little snarl in there.
Nah, yeah.
I don't know. Somebody's got to help us out with that, because now if I've been saying it for this long, we're like the go-to covering, and these guys say it wrong every single time. We love them, but I don't know if I'm going to change.
Complete idiots, but we love them.
Totally blew it. But we got the Summer Naru drop. I keep saying next week, and this is going to be kind of like the final burn, as they call it. You have to trade it in order to mint this. You need to have an OG 10K Naru, and you need to have a seasonal that you want to go ahead and burn. So you'll spend 40 ADA plus the seasonal, send that in a smart contract, and you will get back one of the summers. You can only mint 1-to-1 to however many OG 10K Narus you have. So if you only have one 10K, you can only burn one seasonal. If you have 10 10Ks, you can burn 10. And then you can also hit up some of the whales too inside the Yummy chat. Some of them are actually willing to burn for others, because as we talked about on Monday, we want people to burn during this time because it's the final allocation. And if not, the spoopies are really, the value for those are going to take a huge hit.
There's just too many of them. Yeah, they're oversupplied as far as like the ratio.
So you're saying you should burn the spoopies only, not Fantrovice?
That's the plan.
You're losing out.
They're the cheapest ones too. That'd be mad to burn something more than that.
Yeah, if you go to like Jungle, CNFT Jungle, and see the rewards that they're actually stacking, or actually you can just do it on the Yummi actual website itself now, on the staking website. They actually, I always forget this. Like, instead of just going to a CNFT Jungle, which is a great tool for everybody, you can actually go over here and then go to get rid of the owned only.
Yeah, and you can search.
Yeah, and then you can just search for a number for anything. If you sort them by the rewards, it tells you kind of, you can kind of see 7 weeks if you want to stake, 3 weeks or whatever it is, if you're looking to snipe something off the secondary. It's always something good to do. So those number ones, I think we have 44,000 Yummi over here for some of these for 7 weeks.
Crazy.
Those are, God, I can't imagine having one of these if you're, one of the top people.
I can imagine. I'd be happy.
Right? Look at those ones. They look so good.
The naked one's my favorite.
Which one?
Top one's the naked one.
The color the clean one. I like that one.
That's the shiny right there as well. Dude, so if you're looking these Yummi right now, they are, I don't know, this is going to be an interesting thing, because like I said, if the seasonals, obviously we know the winter is going to be most likely the most rarest out of all the seasonals because of the least amount of supply. And then right now, currently it's the spring. So if more people burn these spoopies, for the summers, that kind of puts it, in perspective that summers may become the third most popular. So I don't know. Do you guys see it coming that way? Them burning more than the two, we've estimated about 2,000 of these things will be burned, like on historical kind of context. But we also had a good point over by Masa, I think it was, over in our live stream chat this Monday, where he said that I think when we originally looked at this, there was like 65%. So 6,500 of these seasonals were staked originally before everything. And now, because these things have to be unstaked out of your wallet to burn, they're down to 3,200. So that, if you did that math a little bit, that leaves roughly around 3,000 of these things that potentially people are looking to burn. So it'll be interesting to see if that ends up being the case.
I mean, is it people like waiting to burn, or is it part of it too, people forgot to restake it too?
Yeah, that's the question, right?
Because honestly, like when it comes back in my wallet, obviously it's not a notification or anything. It's like, oh shit, I had like a difference in ADA now. What happened? And then I scroll through, I'm like, oh, I got my Yummies back. That's cool.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I would
say that's a pretty big jump. Like that'd be huge for their supply if they sell 3,000.
Yeah, well, that'd be dope, because then what the allocation would be like roughly a 2,000, and then you would have 3,000. What would that do to the spoopies?
The spoopies are at like 4,900.
Rapid fire guesses right now. I'm doing 1,700.
Yeah,
you're going.
How many burn 1,750?
Yeah, that's it. No more.
That's it. You think they're going to become the rarest ones?
I think so. 1,750. That's my guess.
He's saying. Are you saying they're going to burn 1,750 of the spoopies,
that's it,
or there's only going to be 1,750 left?
They're only going to be 1,750 summers. I don't know what they're going to burn to get them, but they're only 1,750 summers. Yeah,
they're going to burn 1,750 of any of the seasonals to get to 1,750.
Yep.
I think
they'll hit the 2,000. I think it'll be 19 to 21 or 22.
I can see. I know some people inside the chat said like 2,300. I could see it being closer to something like that, just because people are knowing that they're a little more like knowledgeable at this point.
It's the last one too,
and it is the final one. Yeah, I'll go. I'll do the prices right. I'm gonna go somewhere around like the 2,500 range. We'll see if it hits that high.
Damn.
I'm hoping, but that also means too that if people are kind of predicting, looking at the spring rewards and this winter rewards, that if that does happen and there is 2,500 or something even closer to 3,000, that the rewards for the summers will not be as high as those other two seasons. So yes, they will be in season, which is going to be awesome because they're going to earn 4x the rewards for like we said. I think Tom will say the summer ends officially on September 21st or 22nd. Yeah. So you'll have about 2 months on the 4x rewards. So that's why I think these things will hold pretty well, regardless of how many are burned. But it'll be interesting because they may not earn as much Yummi when it comes to the staking aspect if there's more of them burned. But if TJ's right and there's only like 1,900, what did you say, 1,900?
1,750.
1,750. So there's 1,750, and that would make the summers the rarest out of all of them. And if they went that route, then the summers are going to be highly valuable because they're going to earn the most Yummi.
Hot.
Yeah, maybe had
I'd rather see them more balanced. That way the spoopies have their time to shine when it does come around.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I agree on that. I also want the spoopies to have a little bit of relevant, somewhat relevant over there. Because if you look, I'm looking at the rewards right now for the spoopies. They're all kind of just across the board, like the 150, like, I don't know. They're not, this is for 5 weeks I'm looking at. Yeah. even at the most max, I think it's like 234. Yeah, 234 for the entire one. That's crazy.
That's nuts.
That value though, think about that. Even for like the springs, even the most basic ones, they're earning closer to like that 900 kind of range, which is actually insane to think about the other way around.
And they're not touching that Yummi allocation, are they? They're just letting that be, right?
As far as
they're not gonna, like, the spookies are not gonna go in there and tweak some things because they are so much lower than the other.
I think they're letting the community like take the
happen here with the burn, I assume.
That's what I'm saying. They're letting so some of the springs are like very, like, some of them, like I saw 400 right there. So some of the least rare ones are definitely not earning. But if you're looking on the screen right now, like, so most of these are earning like over 1,000 on the 7 weeks like thing. So completely, what is that, 7 times higher?
4x during the season too. That's a huge difference.
I was gonna say, I always forget, like, when we see these numbers, is it this for not during season, right? So it's a 4x or whatever this number is. That
correct?
That right? Okay,
yeah, so that's why the power of the 4x is so high too. Because, like, say, like, you take a Yummi that earns 2,200, which is more than some of the 10Ks right now that you can get, and he's earning 4x during that 2 months or whatever it may be. That's a decent amount of Yummi for this spring right here. So
yeah.
And then, so keep in mind though too that these numbers right here are still not finalized, because no matter what happens in that burn, all these numbers are going to get shifted a bit too. So whatever you're earning currently is going to change at least one last time.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see how that happens. But the summer one's coming. It is the 27th. I think they did. We were corrected in the live stream, but I think it was like 48 hours. They had a chance to burn your summers. So they haven't announced the official of how it's going to happen and the time frame, but I'm sure we'll get an update to that possibly by the time you're listening to this on Friday or sometime next week. And then after that, we are anticipating at some point we're going to get an update to the light paper with the blue paper. I know that's been teased on the roadmap, and everybody's kind of eagerly awaiting that. So I don't know if that's going to happen before this, after this, but I know we're all looking forward to, even after this. It's just kind of everything's just starting. Even though this feels like this is the end of the drops, they have more things in the works that eventually, we're going to all be revealed and get to see what the plans are.
I was going to say, it's kind of weird because this seems like such kind of like a big event as far as like, the last kind of mint of the seasonal drops here that they've had, and really probably going to be the last, full release they're going to come out with. But it's such a minor event in the grand scheme of things with everything they got planned.
But it always feels so big when they do this. Right. It's always so much fun. And then who knows, like you said, if the plans and everything go well for, what they release, then, it could be a great entry point too, for everybody who's not burning these things to sit on the secondary market and go ahead and snag up some of these things. I know that's what I'm going to kind of be doing. I'm going to be waiting for the secondary market just to kind of see, but until those rewards really get updated, that's where everything really, you got to take a gamble on. Cause I did that last time when the spring happened. They didn't have the rewards updated yet. So I was over on CNFT tools or CNFT jungle trying to find the rarest traits that I could find, like the combined ones, and snagging those before I could see what the rewards were, just based on the fact that it was a rare trait and hoping that I was going to make more Yummi. So it'll be interesting to see how that happens this time around.
I'm really curious to see what some of the traits end up being as far as like the, obviously the rare ones. That's what's fun about this, is getting to see like those.
Oh, I know.
Top line ultimates.
I love the spring one had the dino suit. This one, now we got a shark suit right here. For some of the stuff, they got some cool traits over there. They got the little anchors, starfish hanging on there, a little paddle. Obviously the sand buckets and ice cream and things like that. I love the little glasses, ramen bowl. They got some cool traits. This one I love because it reminds me of the Cute and Stabby. He's got the little knife in his mouth with the lemons and stuff, the little lemon stand.
You got some psychological problems going on, Tommy.
It's all good, dude.
I could go for a ramen bowl. That sounds great.
I'm pretty hungry.
They've done a great job at as far as like capturing like a feel of summer with this stuff too, like all the traits and everything. So it'll be cool to see more of this stuff as it gets. It's always a fun time. So I know obviously we'll be there trying to burn. I think I'm gonna burn the majority of my spookies this time around.
You're just going to town, just burn the whole thing.
We're going hard in there. I'm dropping shit over here. It's all good.
How many are we burning? 15, 17?
No, I'm burning. I think I'm going to do 10 and then maybe an extra 2. Let's see what happens. We shall see. But yeah, shout out to Yummi. Shout out to the team over there. I'm looking forward to getting a chance to mint this on Wednesday.
Seeing what comes out too.
One thing that if you're listening to this podcast right now, you have a chance tomorrow if you are whitelisted over in the Block is Hots channel for Block Investment Group. You have Jellycubes. He gave the date finally. We did get a chance to talk about this a while back with him. But we have the official date now, July 23rd, Saturday. Yep.
Damn, so you got that right. You're like tomorrow. And I'm like, did he just fuck that up? Is it like
he did.
Thursday? And I was like,
on the money with it.
He did that one correct. There we go. I fucked it up in my head where I was just like, no, this comes out Friday and tomorrow's Thursday. This is all fucked up.
Dude, I'm talking. I'm in future tense right now.
Well, I know we've been waiting. I know he was talking about the end of the month when we talked to him. So to finally see a date here announced kind of seems firm. Like I'm ready to go.
Oh yeah, and I know he had a lot going on over there. I've been following a little bit inside the Discord and some of his videos too. He's getting back. He's moved over to Portugal now. He's staying with like his grandparents and stuff. He's working on getting his dual citizenship. He's going to be launching the project, inside of Portugal or through there because of all the crypto tax laws inside the US. So he's taking a big jump and a big gamble to move over there and make this a reality. So shout out to him for chasing that, man. That's a bold step.
I think that's an awesome thing that he's doing. I mean, if he had no attached or anything for being here, I mean, that's great because our laws here are getting more and more strict as far as crypto goes. And I think Portugal has lessened or not as many laws as we do over here. That's a good idea to kind of move there.
It's like no capital gain tax over there or whatever. It's fantastic.
Wow. Jeez, that's so insane.
He's crushing
on crypto, at least on crypto. I mean,
well, the fact that too, he's got family and stuff there just makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's his everything's, he's launching this Saturday. It is going to be $100 US. So it's not going to, the ADA price will be dependent upon what the mint price will be dependent on what ADA is at that time. So roughly right now, $100. What is that? Like a little over 200 ADA? Something like that.
A little over 200 now. Yeah, it's a 48 cents ADA time recording. It was at 52 cents today earlier. Yeah,
it's been going up and down. So I'm curious. This will be at least a 200 and something ADA mint most likely. And there's going to be 1,250 of them being released through this whitelist. And from what I understand, I believe isn't it one per transaction for the whitelist? If you have the taco roll right now.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. And you'll have a 3-hour window from what I understand. So I want to say it's 3 p.m. UTC is the start time for that. You'll have 3 hours to do that. And then he's going to open it up. Does it get open to the public after that?
That is correct.
Mm-hmm. That is correct. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm definitely going to obviously mint one of these to get into this collection to see what kind of alpha we can go ahead and to get from this and what kind of utility. I know he's always thinking outside the box, so I'll be happy to support this and see what he's got going on. But anybody who else is looking for a little bit of alpha, trying to get started inside the CNFT community and looking to make some money, just for some profits and stuff, they do have a great resource. They have a bunch of great resources inside there. We're also inside there too. If you're ever checking some insider plays, we got a little channel in there as well. I have to shameless plug that a little bit, but shout out to Block for doing that. He's got a bunch of content creators in there, not just us, some other names in there too. And sometimes you just kind of hang out in there and just look and talk. Like people are talking about some projects sometimes that you may not even know about, which is another one we'll talk about right after this.
And if you guys are wondering, you could bet your ass Yummi and Mallard's in there, just so you guys know.
Only two plays right now.
Another sneak peek for you.
Yep. But if you want to know the depths and the mind behind all that stuff, why we're doing what we're doing, that's where we can kind of really deep dive into some stuff. So you should probably join the Block Investment Group, join the Discord, go grab a Jellycube on Saturday. If you got the ADA or the dollar value, if you got $100, go mint it. Shout out to Block. Congrats to what you're doing too, man. It's awesome to see that.
This is definitely a project. I mean, not financial advice, of course, always, but it's a project that you're not necessarily you're going to mint to flip. You're minting to hold for the utility of this project.
Yeah. I don't think, unless you mint one of these like
a rare
Jargarians, as he calls them, the dragon ones.
Yeah.
If I mint a dragon one, I'm holding the shit out of that thing, just because I'm a dragon right there as well.
I was going to say, Tommy, in your little Block is hot play there, you almost wrote too much for our first post. I got in there. I was like, oh, Tommy wrote some stuff up for the Mallard Order. Let me just check it out. And I was like, no,
too much.
Yeah, too long. Didn't read.
Too many words. Tommy's on the shitter, and he was.
It was really good. I was just like, man, this is like. I need to like really put this in my schedule. I need to like sit down for 35 minutes. I actually need to like pay attention when I'm reading.
I need a whole cup of coffee. I need to scroll through.
I can't just kind of like scan through it. Like I actually have to like take in the information, understand what's like you're saying, not just being like, oh, that's cool, nice, all right, I forgot it already.
I got it, dude. I went in, I was like, you know what, we're gonna do. I was meant to like write something nice and like easy too, and then like it started to turn into something way more than that. I'm like, damn, dude. All right,
you want to keep clarifying, like making sure you're making things clear, like as you explain things along. Like, oh, I may be saying something, but other people haven't been around. They don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. So you got to go back and like I could see where you'd like type in like, well, this is like the basics of what I'm about to explain before I even get into the part I want to explain.
I mean, if you don't know spaghetti meatballs, then you could,
and get the hell out, Yeah. So inside of Discord here, if you are over there, you'll see the 35ers plays, which she's got, Cardano Thor, Blake's in here, Houdreau from Old Money. Yeah. Nice. You got Chronic and all that. So a bunch of people are inside here, but we've kind of given our two over here. If you, like I said, here's where Tom was reading the Mallard Order, where you can see, obviously we read a fucking book over here. But yeah, you can definitely take a look at that. Yummy, try to make it a little fun, spruce it up. But it's more like the deep dive thought behind some of the stuff that we're doing. I wish I would have wrote up a Beyond Citizens one when I was doing it, but I was too busy like in the middle of the play that I just did not want to write that.
He's hogging the play.
I was hogging the play. So I got to get that back out. Get something out there for people. But if you want to go ahead, check us out. There's a bunch of different stuff inside of here, which is really cool. And definitely something I'll be trying to mint on.
Hungry Cows might be the play.
Well, yeah. So speaking of that, we Block inside of his Discord, and he kind of put that play out there for something that was kind of off. It just wasn't thinking about it, because we always think CNFTs. He was thinking DeFi a little bit, but they have the NFT aspect to it. And we actually saw this with Aqua Farmers was another one with liquid finance. So now we have MuesliSwap, who dropped their Hungry Cows mint right now. And this happened. I missed this out. Like you had to be staked to one of the stake pools in order to, I guess, be whitelisted into this. And then I guess they had so many. They have a Medium article up about it. There were so many requests of these things that they decided to do a phase 2 mint. And TJ, right? Phase 2. You tried to get in today, right?
Yeah, they had a minting request window. I think it was 8 hours. I don't remember the time frame specifically, but you sent the 8 in like you were going to mint it, and they were going to at random pick the wallets they were going to send the NFT to. I unfortunately got refunded, but I sniped some on secondary for the same price as mint anyway for a few of them. So I found some good deals as far as how much percentage is the yielding I got on that.
Well, that's insane too, because I know there were so many people that sent in stuff today. I'd think at one point they also said that there was like over 1 million ADA. Yeah, we have reached 1 million ADA in minting requests for Hungry Cows. That's it. That's
crazy.
Wow.
That's insane.
Like insane amount of volume. And this was all, like you said, shout out to Block for being on top of this and letting people know. But it was sticking to this kind of, when you got whitelisted originally on the first date, the big draw to these things is obviously, they're cow NFTs, we saw what they kind of looked like.
Are they hungry?
They're definitely hungry. They look like they're eating like a bowl of milk with all kinds of stuff. They got some crazy
I just realized they have a cow eating milk. What the hell?
Dude, it's just, you don't got to think about that.
It's goat milk, TJ.
It's almond milk.
That's almond milk. Yeah. They're health
I just realized
cows.
That's funny.
Well, the big thing that these cows have that a lot of people are going after is for the DeFi aspect of this is the utility is these hungry cows can be locked with your yield farming positions on MuesliSwap. So MuesliSwap's one of the first like working dexes on Cardano. I think they dropped some time back in like January, right before Sunday Swap really went live. I remember we made a video for Pavia about how to buy it on MuesliSwap back in the day.
Yeah.
So the big thing with this is that each hungry cow has a unique boosting factor between 10% and 90%, meaning that your yield farming rewards will be boosted up to 90% by locking your hungry cow NFT. And it can only be applied to one yield farming position. So if you want to do that on a multiple, you'll need to earn multiple of those NFTs.
But can you stack them like in one?
No, you can't stack, like you can't have like a 10% plus a 90% to get 100.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's only one per.
Too easy. Wait, they thought of that, TJ. Come on.
Yeah. That was the first question. People were like, all right, are they going to buy that? Like, no, we shot that down. So they have like a little traits and things like that, but I think most people are going right for the boosting percentages of stuff. It is. It's because think about that. Like say, like I don't deal
boost. I'm sorry.
Oh, you definitely want a booster.
I'm just kidding.
We already used that joke last couple episodes.
I know, but every time you say booster, literally, I cannot get it out of my head. So I want to say it every time.
Oh my God. So I don't play around too much with like DEXs and like the DeFi aspect, which I probably should. And maybe this will get me to kind of move that way a little bit. But if you're like yield farming, like any of the DeFi tokens, most of the time, some of that stuff is very high, like APY on like 100%, like sometimes even more than that. And then these get a chance to add on to that. So if you had like 100%, what is it? AP yield farming. Sorry, my position, whatever. I'm blanking on what I'm saying. But if you had 100% already that you were earning on this, and then you had a 90% cow over there that does that boost, you could have 190%. Essentially almost doubling what you're earning just by owning that NFT.
Cow.
I know you're waiting to say that, dude.
Can we just move
get into some DeFi, Tommy? Just take another like 10 hours out of your week to watch the DeFi markets closely. We got plenty of time for that.
Just move right into it.
Just move right into that, guys. TJ's been waiting to like say all this whole time. I'm really surprised TJ just go with the cow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is the TJ move right here.
That was very punny.
I was very punny over here. So yeah, the big thing with this though, I'm gonna get back out of there. The big thing with this though, I think, is that people are really potentially have down the road, this could be a huge tool for anybody who is really trying to maximize their rewards and maximize whatever coins and stuff that they're trying to do, because people have been sniping the shit out of these things lately.
It might be a great move to do,
TJ's overkilling the move joke right now.
He's using the dicing too much.
Yeah, TJ's, you're forcing it too much. And if you're on
all right, fine, I'll just move on from it.
TJ's moving.
What's the floor at right now on these?
The floor is 59.
Around the min price. Yeah,
they're right around min price. But the big thing is, if you like kind of scroll through here, you start seeing some higher sales, and the whole point between those is obviously the fact that the boosting is the main factor for the driving price of this. Like 500 data.
I saw some high percentages for like floor price. I don't think people realize that what they were selling. I think they just saw like whatever the cow it was or picture it was. Cows, they weren't looking at the boost factor. I think some people really messed up when they sold.
Which I can see doing that. I mean, personally, it's I don't know. It's just very. It seems like very children's kind of style art. You know what I mean? The cow goes moo, like kind of like coloring book style, like drawing. I
think they're just trying to make it fun, right? But the whole point
it's just very cartoony, exactly. Because it's more about the utility than the actual art, I guess.
Yeah,
well, it's a little loony.
I want some cereal so bad.
All right, this makes me like so hungry right now, dude. I could get a nice.
Cereal time, man! I got to get some food after this.
It makes me want I want like a hamburger or something.
That sounds pretty.
TJ's really trying to hammer it. We need to shut TJ down. But yeah, look at this right here.
Yeah, do we have a timeout button here?
Yeah, TJ's done. Dude, this thing sold for 1,200 ADA right now with 85% boost on that. So
the 85, that's massive though.
Yeah, that is really high. Or 1,300. Sorry. So obviously, people right now, the play is that they're sniping some of these rarities. I went ahead and went over to CNFT Jungle because it wasn't on tools yet, and I was just kind of trying to sort through some of the rewards. And I think that people can make some good plays on this, as far as even if you're just going for the flip right now, because maybe like you said, some of these people aren't paying attention to the boost factors. And then all of a sudden, they sell something for cheap because they thought it wasn't really rare looking. And then all of a sudden somebody capitalizes on that. And later down the line, once this kind of comes more mainstream, people are going to be flipping that, for those high yield rewards. And then boom, you might've got a good deal.
I could see like a potential like Beyond Citizens vibe going in the next few days to run on this.
But running on a completely opposite factor where nobody's really doing it for the artwork style and the PFP, they're all going for like the utility aspect of it.
100%. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
we saw people doing that. We were just looking at on live stream. Was it Ape Society where those guys were selling it for like 2,500, and someone was turning around selling it for just like stupid money an hour later.
You weren't paying attention, to what
they're like. What is this? Ape's just a painting, whatever. And also, seeing sometimes you can see these sales where it's like, oh, I can make like 800 ADA right now, sweet, and then you get out of it, and then
yeah, so it's definitely
making a ton. It's not only on the price, how much you can get on that return. What was that one that sold 1,300, Tommy?
Yeah,
that guy can buy that for 1,300, use those rewards, and that boost, and then still sell it for more. You know what I mean? If it's successful.
It's insane what you really could do if this opens up, like I said, long term too. Like if MuesliSwap, they continue to grow the way that they're growing, like going to the DEX and having like an automatic booster on there. That's a smart way to use the NFTs. And on top of that, like the people who were in early, like say years from now, you go over, think about like Pancake Swap. If they had an automatic like pancake booster thing that would like, it gave you like a syrup bottle, and that syrup bottle, like just
like unlimited pancakes, like IHOP.
Yeah, and it's just like, yo, boost.
Oh my God.
Tom's just over here.
Unlimited pancakes. Come on, syrup, pancake boosting. What does that even mean? Is that like steroids with butter?
It's like the Mondo burn.
Oh man, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Exactly. Yes.
You have a cake.
I want a boosted pancakes. It's like pancakes with HGH.
I want some like chocolate chip pancakes on a Saturday morning.
Do you do chocolate chip pancakes with syrup though?
Hot cake growth hormone.
See, I don't like them with that. Like I don't dislike them with the syrup on it, but I just prefer them like.
It gives it a different taste.
Enough. Yeah, I think the maple with the chocolate is like, especially we use like you're using the store bought chocolate chips or whatever. Like that's maple flavor mixed with that. It's kind of weird to me. I gotta say, just before we get into the next one, Tommy, TJ's. I'm very jealous. Like look at all this fucking clipping, and TJ's looking great over here with the green screen.
Look at that, baby.
TJ's got this little green screen over there. Better. You can see the back of ours. Look at TJ. You can do the little test.
Already upgrading already. Yeah. Oh, no, I can't do that at all.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
You guys can do it now. What are you talking about?
No, but I see. Oh, I can. Let's go through.
Now,
yeah, but look at. Yeah, you're right. But look between our headphones here. You can see the back.
That's okay. That's all right. Well, yeah, TJ's over here upgrading, dude. Killing the game.
Let me upgrade.
Looks really good.
Yeah,
it's only $15.
$15.
It's not that many dollars. Send me that link. We'll get that going. I can put it whatever we want in the background.
Okay, I'll do.
Not bad, dude. Shoot, I think we skipped over one of the things. TJ had a topic. TJ, did you want to get into a topic?
I just really wanted to drill it into you guys about Mandrillz.
Yo, there's the pun again, dude. Very, very, very punny. What's going on with Mandrillz? I saw. Actually, they had a couple things going on. I think I talked to you about this, where I don't know if it's like a mod or somebody inside the community kind of like called them out.
They addressed that on Twitter, actually.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I was going to say. They went ahead and actually addressed it, and they've got like new people inside the community, and then they've kind of like, hey, yeah, we kind of have been slacking a little bit on this end, and I don't know what all the details of it were, but basically they kind of made it a post announcement, and they also have their the splinters and the cores drop coming up.
Mm-hmm. So the splinters and the cores are basically going to be the whitelist spot for the companion drop that's happening in August.
Like the lady drills.
Yeah, but there's different rarities to the splinters and the crust, I believe. So if you have one Mandrill that's ranked like 8,800 to 1,001, and you only have one of them, you don't actually get the airdrop. You get to join the raffle. But if you have two Mandrills of that ranking, you get either at random an airdrop of the crust or the mantle splinters.
So what are those? What are this between the splinters and it's the crust? Is that what you said?
Yeah, crust and mantle, like the earth, like the earth, like the earth crust, mantle, core, inner core, outer core.
There's only 1,500 mantles. There's 2,500 crust, and then there's 1,000 core splinters.
It's pretty dope. I kind of like how that's split like that.
Yeah,
reason like that coming from the earth. I like that.
Right. So I think there's only 5,000 total. If my math is correct on that, so only 5,000 total. That's why you need to have at least two to at least get one for sure of one of either. And then if you only have one, you get to be in like the raffle to possibly get one, because there's only 8,888 Mandrills. That's why the rest is allocated for a raffle.
Let's give the people a little visual to what
what's the splinter like. Is it because it's like splintered off? Like where's that splinter? Do you know how that comes into play, TJ? The name?
How the name comes into play? That one?
Are they related to like giant rats? They do karate. They're ninjas?
They're ninjas, yes. There's Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael, and then they have
How'd that work? Splinter was like a rat that was raised by like a samurai or something and learned karate?
No, he wasn't raised by him. He just he mirrored his movements.
Yeah, he like lived in the house of a samurai or something and learned karate that way. Yeah, something like that.
What are we talking about? Mandrillz?
Talking about Splinter.
Splinter cell.
That's right there. Own two above 1K, get a Splinter. What are you talking about?
You can claim Splinter by the rank, dude. Yeah, here's a good little visual to that stuff. So these crust. Okay, so crushed orb mantle you can get if you have one of the low. I guess the rest of them. So basically anything on like over 1,000 REN rank, get one of those two under a random distribution, and then the one drill NFT under that 1,000, or it gets the core, the hardcore.
Yes, if you live hardcore. Yeah.
Okay, and then one NFT between then you get a raffle spot to get a core. Okay.
And they're doing the snapshot July 29th. So you have to either delist or buy your Mandrillz by then.
Okay. So, but don't list or delist if you have anything listed until the 19th of July.
July?
You're a Julyer.
I was going to make a joke over there.
I read it the exact same way, just like July.
July?
Broer, dude. Remember we were talking about, I remember covering them back in the day.
Bees?
I just remember that because I love their the colors of their art styles. When we made that thumbnail, it's still one of my favorites just because the colors are so strong and it looks so good.
Yeah, they have some really cool looking artwork.
That's one of my it's one of my favorite ones as far as profile pictures go for sure.
Yeah. Is this one of the companions?
Yeah, those are the companion ones. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think those are also for like other stuff going on, like low riders and other stuff you can build. I don't know what else they have going, like fleshed out in the future, but there's definitely more things to come with this project. That's for sure.
That was like a mouse though, right? That one you just showed.
It was
I think it's like a baby monkey.
Yeah, something like that.
Splinter?
I don't know. We'll see what the sprinters are. But yeah, like you said, Tom, the colors and stuff for these guys, definitely. I remember they were one of the most hyped projects back in early in the year when everything minted out, and they've been having their runs. Like they go up, they go down, their floor jumps a little bit when new news.
They're still over 200 though. They're still holding above that 200 floor, which I think is nice.
Oh yeah, no, that's dope. I'm glad that they're doing something like, and being able to hang on during this market right now.
Yeah.
Because it is tough out there. So good to see that they're like focusing back. They're getting the community, taking some feedback and, giving some announcements. And then on top of that, they got something new coming out. So cool to see. I'm not usually the Mandrillz update guy. So TJ's got that handle for us over here.
Very, very vague, but little quick update.
I'm glad to see they got that little second part coming out. Cause I mean, my biggest thing though, now seeing this, and it's what was getting me thinking is before we were recording is we've seen kind of this second stage of projects. We're getting into like, I guess you'd call like the phase 2 of Yummi and Clay, where they got these really big ambitions. But we've seen these kind of, I guess you could argue even maybe the seasons were Yummi's Drillz like phase 2, like stage 2 kind of project.
Yeah.
But like a good example to me is Derp birds. They had the eggs, the incubator, and that was all really cool, really fun. It did well for the project too. So I liked seeing that. But then, like, what are we getting next? Like, really, like they got the next stage plan, and they're good enough with the technology that I have like faith in some of these projects. And the other one is the Benjamin's group, the eggs, and the Happy Fun Time. What's it called?
Fun plastic.
But you know what I mean? So we got this stage 2 coming, and it's very possible that it could really, be beneficial. Like we've seen some of these other projects, but now it's like, but what's that like final like push gonna, like where are we getting into this like finally? Where are we gonna take this next? How does the next set, like the second step here, play in with the first step to get to like where we're eventually going?
I mean, that's a good point you bring up too, because like in just like any business, like big corporations for that matter too, like if you want to like stay relevant, you have to kind of adapt and change with the time. So I'm very curious to see how any of these projects are where they're going to be in the next, let's say 5 years. Like what are they going to have come out? What are they going to be doing? If they're still going to be around. So if any project, I'm not single out any of them. So any project it can't adapt, change, or evolve into something more. I think some of them might even get left behind, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I'm sure, we've seen it. I know like just one I mentioned, like Derp birds, like maybe not necessarily the art itself, but like their team has enough it seems like they're the development side, right? Time.
We'll have to definitely dive into Derp. They've got a whole new thing going on. They've got their whole new staking and achievements and awards. We haven't covered it yet, but they've got actually announced a bunch of stuff already, Tom. So they're already way ahead of us.
Sweet.
Yeah, we got to actually catch up on.
I got out after the babies and took what I could get.
Yeah, they got the Preds that launched. They got the staking.
Oh, the Preds. I remember the Preds. That's right.
Token.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So they have their Derp token coming out. That's interesting.
Yeah, they got all kinds of stuff. They have a cool staking system that we'll dive into.
What their plans are for that. I'll be interested in reading more about that, because that's the biggest thing. It's not just like, oh, you have a token. Like, so what are you gonna do with that token for? Like, what do I do with this now? Like, can I buy things? Is there a marketplace or like a use, or is it just like we're crossing our fingers here? Hopefully this gets to be worth some. We can all sell it when we're sitting on it and not holding the bag. So I'm interested to read what they got going on, though. That'll be cool. You got to send me that over. I'm not going to just look at their Discord, I guess. But
we'll have to maybe break into it on F35 Live.
That'd be good for the live stream. I like that.
We got those drapes, Derp apes.
Yeah, the Derp apes. I know.
That's kind of a little sneak in there too. That's right.
They do.
See, I like the little fun stuff they do.
I actually like the Derp apes a lot. I like them.
The apes, the Drapes.
Those are cool.
I still like Tommy's because I was like so iffy on. I mean, not even really into their art at all. And then you started seeing more of the plans, and I was like, okay, like I can kind of get on some of these. But like Tommy, yours, the Kill Bill one, like I fell in love with that one. I still I wanted to snipe one of those so bad.
I got to hold on to that thing. I got the little baby too, little Derp.
Because it wasn't just like. You had a couple of the traits and stuff, like the bullets raining down and stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I like that one a lot. So they had a couple other ones that are really good, though.
Yeah, no, the Derps are like a unique art style, but what they say, like you said, the technology and stuff that they're building, they got some cool things in the works. So yeah, we'll jump back into some of the what they've got going on. And then I mean, like obviously so next week we've got Wolves of Rome, we got Yummi, we've got
Block is Hot Saturday.
Block is Hot Saturday tomorrow. If you're listening on the podcast, Sneak Attack. We also have, I know we said we weren't going to talk about it too much, but we got to shout it out as who knows when the mint date is going to be is Mallard Order. We talked about them.
When is the mint date for Mallard Order? Come on now.
They've got all kinds of puzzles. They got a chest going on right now. That just happened inside the Discord. All the strength rolls have been given out, all the winners. So now like there's the lore. There's like a 24 word like seed phrase, like wallet. I feel like we're trying to define right now. To unlock some prizes, some ducks and things like that. So they're playing into like the final thing. And I know they said the end of the month. So we're putting that out there just in case Mallard decides to mint. But 130 ADA, if you are not on the invitation holder list, is going to be the mint price for those. So,
but you have to have the outsider roll though too.
You do have to have the outsider roll. So the only way to actually be able to get the outsider roll is once you join if you just are joining the Discord now or hearing about them, I think you get the stranger roll at first, and you have to interact and chat, and they watch the people inside that chat. And eventually if they feel like, hey, you engaged enough with the community.
Watching you, Mike Wazowski. Always watching.
Tuesday's just sitting there in the stranger channel, just waiting. That's on repeat.
Right now, chilling.
1750 floor for the letters.
You guys ever seen 10 Cloverfield Lane? That's what that always reminds me of when they're playing charades or whatever it is, and the prompt is Santa Claus, and John Goodman's just like, I know what you're up to.
I never seen that.
And they're like freaking out. That's what I always think of though. They're like always watching. They just know exactly what you're doing.
Well, I was
Don't sell the invitations.
I was going for the Monsters Inc. The lady behind the counter.
Yeah, for sure. I got that.
Yeah, I could just picture that lady too. So yeah, we're excited about that one as well. So all my ADA, I'm making some flips, but I feel like it's just all disappearing right now. Sniping some of those little hungry cows.
I got a zip and rip lately,
Jesus, we're getting ready to it because it's getting desperate times, right? You need mint time, and there's too much stuff coming out. And then next month, I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of other things going on.
Raccoon Syndicate for sure.
Yeah, Raccoon Syndicate definitely is going to be one we're looking at. I don't know. Maybe we'll come chat in the Discord. I'm sure there's a bunch of other things that people are looking for. I know us next week will be busy. We are maybe possibly planning a live stream too for the Mallard Order Mint if we do get that next week.
We need to find the date though, too. That's the biggest thing. We need the date for that for real. So Demosthenes,
just like DM us real fast. So we can set up our schedule.
Great. He's gonna cast a spell, dude. We're gonna be blacklisted and blind to everything they see over there.
We're all gonna be permanent fart eyes.
Yeah, they probably, dude. That whole conversation was hilarious. But I wonder if they haven't heard that.
I don't think
they get the fart eye trait, dude. Just like a one of one. Yeah, we may do something like that if it doesn't interfere. What if it's on Monday? That'd be more perfect.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be solid.
So I doubt that. I feel like
I think they're going to give. This is my guess. I think it's going to be next Friday or Saturday because they're going to give people a week time to get affairs in order.
I think definitely could be a Saturday because they've been doing a lot of the community events, like the live streams, that have been happening on the weekends.
Yeah,
because Saturday, Sunday.
Well, because I think their team works Monday through Friday, like we do. So I think they have the most availability for a weekend drop, which I'm fine with. That's cool. I don't care.
So that means then possibly next week we may be talking about this again, but if not, hey, you're gonna be seeing some Mallard Order content on here, and eventually, dude, I don't even know. I want to do the Yummy burn too, but I don't think I can wait that long to do it live on stream.
No, wait, what's the 27th?
Oh, actually, the 27th is when we record our podcast next week. We could do a couple burns.
Hey, we could hop on for an hour and then do the potty.
Do the potty.
Do the potty.
Do. TJ.
Do the potty.
All right. Well, yeah, that's
actually pretty fun to see though, just to watch them. But the Mallard Order won't be fun. I think we definitely need to try if we can get on the afternoon.
If that's next weekend, yeah, for sure.
On. Yeah, see what's going on.
We'll definitely have to work that out.
Definitely.
And then we I think True and them in the Discord, a few people are asking about like the live stream card packs and stuff like that.
Yeah, we've said it before 100 times. We really want to do that
for Yummy. Once eventually that happens, definitely do that with the community. That'd be fun. It's a whole little card pack opening.
You mean, yeah, no, for sure. Or we just like do like the people like open Pokemon cards and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like, let's see your pulls, dude. Let's see.
And I plan on, we don't really know a lot of the details about cards per pack and price of packs, but I definitely plan on, grabbing quite a few.
Oh yeah. Making sure that's why you're staking them Yummy right now. But actually the first one's going to be an ADA, so it doesn't even matter.
I was going to say, stack that ADA. And after that, you can buy it with Yummy.
Yep. So stack up some ADA. I need to make some more zip and flips. I got some Beyond Citizens that are still selling. Sold a robot today for almost 2K. So that was a nice little zippity flip.
Where's has been liking your calls lately?
Yeah. I know. Where's making some question calls in the Discord. No, he made a shout out today. It was funny.
It was a typo, but it was a funny typo.
It was a ballsy message.
Balls in his court if he wants to answer back to that.
Balls and weenus, dude. I like Tom's facial expression. I'll never catch those live when I'm doing the looking back though. I always watch them. Tom's just like
too much.
Are you wrapping this up in the back end or what?
Yeah, I think guys, it's about that time to get towards there.
Yeah.
About that time.
Nice little short podcast. Easy does it. I've been liking these. These are a lot easier to record.
Oh yeah.
Tom's already out of here.
Audi 5000.